The Vampire Stream. The Vampire Stream. The Vampire Stream. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more Vampire Stream. Let's get it in. Pause on the Vampire Stream. The Vampire Stream. The Vampire Stream. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, we back for the Vampire Stream. Smash the like button if you could be so kind. Ross. What y'all know? What y'all know about this? These boating balls. Oh shit. Y'all got me dropping shit on the Vampire Stream. He said, where's the B sample? Man, I told you. That shit with the Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole album. On the Vampire Stream. Crazy K laughing, man. Y'all got me uncoordinated and shit. Hold on. On the Vampire Stream. Man, Eddie Hearn talking about Dillian White might be on the card with Joshua Ruiz. He gonna be in Saudi Arabia with man, come on. Chick-fil-A, they got Chick-fil-A and Costco got the realest samples. If you want a sample, don't expect that Dillian White B sample. You gotta go to Costco or Chick-fil-A if you want to get a sample. That B sample ain't coming, bro. His lawyers are dealing with it. All right. Hey, I heard Tekashi snitching. That's what's up. He did it. This motherfucker told everybody. Yeah, Kobe fucked that girl in Colorado. I was with him a couple of times. Like, damn. He telling everyone. He cheated on Vanessa. Damn, you snitching on Black Mamba too? Tekashi telling on everybody. Sound like old media, a bunch of snitches. Why do you guys super chat Ego? Why does he have super chat? The black chat. They be so mad, bro. Can you guys hear me, or is that fan too loud? The Vampire Stream. Sound check, mic check, 1 2 1 2. How loud, clear am I coming in? Shout out to Brixton, London, my people. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the best, how's the audio sounding? On the Vampire Stream. I'm trying to practice this. Hold on. All right, cool. All right. Well, the moment is here. We knew it was coming. Tyson Fury's team making excuses already for looking like they looked versus auto correct, So his trainer Ben Davison did an interview with Boxing Social, and he said, "Oh my God!" So Tyson Fury's new trainer say that Tyson Fury overtrained. That's the latest, and they got to work on some adjustments and some minor tweaks. Trainer Ben Davison says Tyson Fury potentially overtrained because even when he's not with me, he's constantly training. So I have tried to encourage him to have a little bit of rest, but it's hard to do as well because for his mental state, he trains. So even when I'm giving him advice to have a bit of time off, it affects him mentally. So we do have to look at that and figure out the balance for sure. Tyson came in slightly lighter than anticipated, but what I will say is by the time he got in the ring, he would have been a lot heavier than he weighed on the scales. That's for sure. I'm looking at areas we can improve, and there were a couple of things in the last couple of days that I wasn't too happy with in terms of the final stages of preparation. Tyson Fury just straying off of the nutritional plan a little bit. When you eat foreign foods that your body has not eaten for 4, 5, 6 weeks, it doesn't sit well with the gut. There were a couple of changes. He strayed off the plan a couple of times after he'd weighed in, even just before he'd weighed in as well. I do feel like, well, I know whatever he may say that he wasn't feeling himself 100%. But it's all part of it. It's all part of learning. All lessons for the future. There were a couple of changes. Tyson Fury strayed off of the plan a couple of times after he'd weighed in, and even just before he weighed in as well. And he's basically saying, despite what he says, I believe he didn't feel 100%. All right. I got a video coming on this very subject. We unpack coming to you live. Listen. Excuses. What's the use for all these excuses? See, I love you guys. I love Eagles Army. Y'all are the realest. We the best. DJ Khaled voice. Dr. Sugar Ray, you said the exact same thing I said in my video. Quote, foreign foods. What the fuck did he eat? Roadkill or possums? That's what I'm saying. Man, old media, I gotta keep rubbing it in because this is so funny. Old media is a fucking fossil. They are dead beyond belief. Like, I didn't even anticipate that we would kill him this fast, this easily, this quick. Everything, all the bullshit they say is coming to a head, and now they have to face the music. When I say something, I'm the bad guy, I'm racist, I'm biased, ego, all this bullshit. And now, little by little, bits and pieces come out, or it is shown in the ring, this, that, and the third. I told you, I'm picking Wilder before the Otto Violin fight. After I watched Otto Violin fight, I gave my assessment on it and Tyson Fury's performance, and I said I'm even more reassured in picking Wilder should he get past Luis Ortiz. I think Luis Ortiz, which is something I've maintained, is a tougher fight for Wilder than Tyson Fury. Rematch for rematch, Luis Ortiz is a tougher fight. He's a southpaw, he can box, he's technical, and he hurt Wilder in the first fight. Things that Tyson Fury didn't do. Although Tyson Fury boxed well, I don't think he really hurt Wilder. If anything, Wilder was maybe tired from missing some of the shots in the middle round. But I never seen Wilder like where he was like, he looked like we were wondering, you know, people watching it were wondering if Wilder was going to go in the Luis Ortiz 7th round. You know, I never really seen that in the Tyson Fury fight. So I always maintain that. And now that I'm hearing his trainer make up these excuses, he said another one, excuses, DJ Khaled voice. Yeah, I'm even more content in picking Wilder than ever before. Listen, none of this sounds good. All the Tyson Fury man fans, all the old media motherfuckers, this doesn't sound good for you. He said Tyson Fury strayed away from the game plan before and after on fight week. Before the weigh-in and after the weigh-in. That sounds like discipline issues. Why would, like, maybe it's a UK thing. I haven't been there in years, so I'm not sure. But it's like some of the guys from the UK, you commend them for being honest, but maybe it's being too honest. You get what I'm saying? Maybe you're being too honest because some of the stuff that Eddie Hearn and Joshua and now Ben Davison and Fury be saying, it's really like weird admissions and things that the world at large might not have known, but they're being so honest with it that they'll just say it and it makes them look bad. So like I said, I appreciate the honesty, but that makes Tyson Fury look bad. You had a horrible performance, or all things considered, it was horrible. I mean, considering that you in fact got an eye cut on both, two malicious cuts against who you got the cuts with, and you got hurt. I mean, it wasn't a good performance. His own pops is saying that, John Fury. So now just more excuses. Now more excuses saying that he wasn't. Listen, the thing with new media that's becoming unstoppable. He said AJ blaming the physio, now Fury blaming the chef. Y'all funny as shit. I don't know why I sound like Lewis. I don't know why my voice sounds like a fucking goat, like Peter Griffin and shit. I don't think I expected to laugh, but y'all are funny. Sorry about that. But what do you want from new media? He said it's mad Stewie. Y'all crazy. I don't even know what else y'all want from us anymore. It's like we've been killing old media. This shit is ridiculous. It just sounds like excuses. So now he overtrained. That's what I see. This is why I can't trust these comments. Okay. When people I understand. I hate losing. I hate losing. I'm very competitive. But you got to keep it real. Keeping it a buck is keeping it a buck. This is the thing. Tyson Fury, he said he had excuses for why he drew with Wilder and allegedly beat him 10 rounds to 2. First of all, if you really, man, we're going to break down the psychology. If you really thought you whooped Wilder and you won every round but 2, then you don't even have to really explain much because the world should have seen that. I whooped his ass 10 rounds to 2. Man, name a motherfucker who won 10 rounds out of a 12-round fight and they had to explain themselves. Floyd Mayweather beat the shit out of Canelo and CJ Ross somehow scored it a draw. Floyd didn't have to explain how bad he whooped Canelo. We all watched it. And everybody booed her and she ended up retiring from her job. So the performance should speak for itself. The fact is, I don't believe he believes that. If you really think you won 10 rounds to 2, then, like Wilder always say, what's understood don't have to be explained. You don't even really have to explain anything at that point because the world would have witnessed this severe ass whooping that you allegedly administered. Then you explain how you won and all this stuff and that you whooped his ass and you don't know if you can get a fair shake and in America, all this shit, right? Bro, this shit is these dudes, they do themselves no favors. First they say Wilder's a bum and I'm bigger in America than he is, but then they say that there's biased judges who favored him. I thought nobody likes Wilder and he's a nobody, so why would he have this U.S. hookup and biased judges? You see how dumb this old media shit sounds? Once again, Tyson Fury has mocked Wilder's star power. He hasn't really done it recently because he would be foolish to do it because Wilder's going viral and, he's on Netflix, got an episode and all types of shit. But in the first fight, he's like, I'm a bigger star in America than you are. I'm the Gypsy King and whoop, whoop, whoop. And I got more gypsies in the crowd than you. And they came to see the Gypsy King. All this bullshit, right? And then you claim that nobody in America likes or respects Wilder. He has no fans. So why the fuck do you think the U.S. judges and refs and all this are hooking him up? If anything, Jack Reese, the ref, hooked you up by waking you up. So the old media talking points, they're stale. They sound bizarre. They sound horrible. Wilder's a nobody in America, and you're bigger than him, even though you're a foreigner to America. This is not your home country. And yet and still you think everybody's out here. This was the same thing they did with Andre Ward. 2 black fighters, 2 black American Olympians. Same thing. They say nobody likes Ward and Ward's boring and inactive Ward and Ward's, this and that. But allegedly, the judges are hooking him up. The judges just so badly want to, score the fight for the American fighter. This is what these foreign fighters oftentimes do when it doesn't go their way. They come to America and then they say, oh, it didn't go my way. There's some American bias. And if you look at the Tyson Fury judges, I think the judge was British or some shit. People had him losing were British judges and shit. So what are you talking about? See, look, Ghost 10 just said it. Funny thing is, the American judge had Fury winning and the British judge had it a draw. Exactly. See? Ego's Army. I told you, we're destroying old media. They have no credibility in this fucking game. Every single talking point they come out with, we've met it head on. We've talked about it. We've diagnosed it, and we discussed it. And the shit sounds stupid. Nobody likes Wilder. Nobody knows him. You're a bigger star. Yet and still, Americans are just hooking him up with fake scorecards. All right, whatever. So, needless to say, after the draw with Wilder, which you claim you won by an excessive amount, 10 rounds, like now you got man fans saying, oh yeah, he beat him 10 rounds. He only lost the knockdown rounds. How convenient. He won every single other round. It's not even objective. It's not even objective. Tyson Fury didn't even do shit in the first 3 rounds. Maybe even the first 4 rounds. He was fainting. Oh, that's all I want. He was doing all this. Not even objective one bit. You think Tyson Fury did so much in the first 4 rounds. What did he do? And I told you guys from the jump, this is why they're not better than me. This is why they're not fucking with me. This is why they can't tackle new media. Tyson Fury, by the fight's end, outlanded Wilder by 13 punches. If you beat a motherfucker's ass all but 2 rounds, you're going to land more than 13 more punches than they did. We already know who initiated the blunt force trauma that was more severe or damaging. That was clearly Wilder. And you're saying you schooled him every single round but 10 whole rounds of this masterclass alleged boxing, but by the fight's end, you only outlanded him by 13 punches? That's not even realistic. Like, it reminds me of Serious Jones when he's battling Mook. He said, keep it real. You don't even keep it realistic. That's not even realistic. If you beat somebody's ass 10 rounds out of 2 and only lose 2 rounds, how the fuck do you only land 13 more punches than them? Shouldn't it be a little bit higher at least? Shouldn't your connect percentage be a lot higher if you were just up there schooling them at and just feeding them sets and combos? Come on, bro. So anyway, nobody believed that bullshit except for the man fans and probably some people from the UK, right? I don't give a fuck about a thumbs down. Tell them to thumbs down this bank account and these super chats. That's what I'm waiting for. So I don't care about all that. Anyway, smash the like button. They can't. They not fucking with me. You see that they quiet as fuck. They quiet like a mouse in church. They not coming up with no facts that refute what I'm saying. So anyway, all in all, Tyson Fury didn't win 10 rounds to 2. That's what he's been claiming. But even yet and still, he felt the need to explain why. Okay, this is another thing. Listen to what people say. I'm not making anything up. This is my opinion, but this is all based on what he said, what his team said, what happened after. Post-fight, after the Wilder fight, Tyson Fury said he won 10 rounds to 2 and easily kicked his ass and he was robbed. Then you don't really even have to explain it. The whole world should have witnessed that. 2, you were the one on the canvas, so you look crazy. you know, and especially only landing 13 more punches than him, especially when no one else touched canvas but you know. So that sounds crazy. It seems like you would have landed probably more than 13 punches if you dominated the fight in the way you say you did. Beyond that, if you really believed you won the fight 10 rounds to 2, even though you only landed 13 more punches than him, and they weren't harder punches because you never hurt him, not visibly, and he hurt you visibly. So I don't care about jabs and shit like that. I can't rate a jab over somebody nearly knocking you to kingdom come. Power shots. Oh yeah, didn't he get dropped another time and they didn't rule it? I forgot. I forget about that part. I think there was another knockdown and they said it was a slip or some shit. So anyway, he's carrying on with that, explaining how he allegedly won 10 rounds to 2. But here's the kicker. But wait, there's more. Here's the kicker. Tyson Fury also made excuses as to why he looked like he did. He said, I was coming off of a 2.5, 3-year layoff, and I wasn't in my best weight. Right? He said I wasn't at my best weight. That's what he said. Why would you have to make excuses if you dominated somebody? Why would you have to tell anyone you weren't at your best weight and now you are if you destroyed them like you're saying? So you destroyed them at not your best weight. You're talking about your long layoff, but you won 10 rounds out of 2. None of this adds up. You dominate him in such a fashion that you're making excuses and you're telling. Why would you feel? Just answer that. Why would you feel the need? Why would you feel the need to tell people you weren't at your best weight in that particular fight if you destroyed him and got robbed, and the world should have witnessed that? How? So you basically you weren't at your best weight. You're bringing up how you were inactive. And you're like, oh, this fight. That's what he's saying. Tyson Fury's now saying like, oh, but this fight, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. He says, I'm punching harder than ever. I feel stronger. I'm punching harder than ever. Now I'm at my true weight. Same thing. You see, like these UK dudes, they gotta stop with the poor sportsmanship. Kell Brook did the same thing. Errol Spence first of all, Kell Brook said Errol Spence is nobody and Americans are overrating him and he's Jeff Lacey 2.0. And then when Errol Spence fucked the eye up and beat you in your backyard and you called him, you said he wasn't the truth. You said, I'm going to show you who the truth is, and, you know, Americans are overrating him. And then when he stops you, you said, so basically, I'm not at my true weight, realistically. See, it's just excuses upon excuses, you know? So now you're not at your true weight when the performance don't go your way. It's all too convenient, ain't it? Same thing with Tyson Fury. You want us to believe that you won 10 rounds to 2, but then you're bringing up the fact that you came off a long layoff. You're bringing up the fact that you weren't at your good weight, right? See, I actually study and listen to what people say. And with his trainer in his excuses saying Tyson Fury overtrained, I'm going to read the direct quote, and you tell me how this makes sense. I just read it, but if you're just joining, smash the like button. Tyson Fury's trainer, Ben Davison, says Tyson Fury potentially overtrained because even when he's not with me, he's constantly training, right? Tyson Fury came in slightly lighter than we anticipated. But what I will say is by the time he got in the ring, he would have been a lot heavier than what he weighed on the scales. That's for sure. He came in slightly lighter than we anticipated. Then he follows up and says, I wasn't happy in the final stages of preparation because Tyson Fury straying off of the nutritional plan a little bit. When you eat foreign foods that your body hasn't eaten in 4 to 6 weeks, it doesn't sit well with your gut. There was a couple of changes where Tyson Fury strayed off of the plan a couple of times after he had weighed in and even before he weighed in as well. This team sounds disorganized. Let me break it down the new media way. He just said that Tyson Fury came in lighter than anticipated because he overtrained. Excuse. He came in lighter because he overtrained. Then he follows up by saying, I was kind of mad at the end of the fight, the last stages, fight week, we'll say, because before and after the weigh-in, he was eating bad and eating foreign foods, and he went left and strayed away. So how did he come in light if he strayed away from how did he come in lighter than expected if he's straying away from the nutritional plan before and after the weigh-in? Explain that to me. So how can't so he's, I guess, eating foreign foods, whatever these are, eating foreign foods before and after the weigh-in to the point where you wouldn't recommend it. He's doing his own thing, like binge eating or whatever, but he still came in lighter than you anticipated. That sounds pretty chaotic. Second of all, who the fuck at an elite level has a 8-week training camp where they stay disciplined, keep their weight down, and then get to fight week, and before the weigh-in start gorging and become gluttonous before and after the weigh-in and start going overboard? Bro, that don't sound like good discipline. You're saying you're the best heavyweight of this generation. That don't sound like a winning formula to me. Built-in excuses, we ain't dumb. He came in lighter because he was playing with his nose. Hey, yo, savage, bro. So, anyway, needless to say, I'm curious what these foreign foods are. Just listen to what people say. He says when you eat foreign food, what the fuck is a foreign food? What the fuck was he eating? You know what I'm saying? And here's the kicker. Tyson Fury is a 6'9" heavyweight. So this doesn't sound good. Just listen. I'm going to repeat it. He said, Tyson Fury came in slightly lighter than anticipated. When you eat foreign foods your body hasn't eaten in 4 to 6 weeks, it doesn't sit well with your gut. There was a couple of changes where Tyson Fury strayed off the game plan a couple of times after he weighed in and even just before he weighed in as well. I do feel like, I know whatever he may say, Tyson Fury wasn't feeling himself 100%. Okay, now I have serious questions about this. I told you, I break it down like no other. Smash the like button. What the fuck could Tyson Fury have been doing after the weight? He's a heavyweight. So what type of food is he eating because after you make weight, you're a heavyweight. You don't have an actual weight that you have to make. You just have to be over 205 or whatever, right? So after he went to the weigh-in, did the poses and stuff, what the fuck was he doing where it was a problem? Like what is he? I'm just curious what he did where it would be a problem for a 6'9" heavyweight, unless he went ham and started eating everything, that seems weird, because you're allowed, after you make weight, you've already you fulfilled your obligation. They don't have a certain weight to make. So what the fuck was he eating? So to me, it sounds like he's drinking alcohol or some shit. That's what it sounds like, or other, which he's done in the past. And that's just a little bit of speculation, but I'm wondering what food, because I know boxers, I know fighters. I've actually went to eat with fighters, after they hit their weight, like bow, hit the scale. You're a heavyweight. You don't have to make a weight. So what foreign foods was he eating? See, people, listen, not everyone can do this shit. These people be getting in front of some of these people and they don't ask no follow-up questions like that. You got this man in front of him, foreign foods, what is that? They don't do that. They don't do the new media job. That's us. We the ones that pose the tough questions. Death Row East, believe in it. So I know fighters, after they hit weigh-in, they carb up. They go to Olive Garden, get some pasta, because you want to replenish. Most guys are dehydrated, right? You're dehydrated, so you want to fill up, bulk up, and just be plentiful and good for the next day. So at 6'9", how do you overdo that when you didn't even have to make a concentrated weight? This sounds crazy. You said he came in lighter even though he went away from the game plan before and after. How is he lighter then? How is he lighter than you anticipated? They don't seem like they have a formula to what he's supposed to be doing. You know, even at heavyweight, you can have target goals. You could be like, all right, Wilder, we want you to be 222, right around 222, 227. That's the sweet spot. It sounds like he's just doing whatever the fuck he wants. I'm picking Wilder. No cap. I think foreign foods means junk food. But my thing is this. It could be junk food. I don't know what the fuck it is. But a lot of people eat junk food. But how much junk food are you eating to the point where your trainer is saying it's a problem for a 6'9" heavyweight? That's the question I'm asking. So if you're dehydrated, or you did all this to cut weight, and you're basically having like a cheat meal. So how bad was Tyson Fury eating? How much junk food was he eating the day before the fucking fight? That's my question to you guys. To the point where your trainer thinks it was a problem, and I quote, says, Tyson Fury, I'm always looking into areas we can improve. And there were a couple of things in the last couple of days that I wasn't too happy with in terms of the final stages of preparation, straying from the nutritional plan a little bit. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, you ate some junk food, but how much junk? Like that don't sound disciplined. No matter what you say, that don't sound disciplined. If your trainer is saying you straight away, you're a heavyweight that don't have to make a specific target weight, and then your trainer saying you're eating foreign foods and straight away from the nutritional plan. So that sounds like you busted your ass to get to the point, made weight, and then just started going binge eating or drinking alcohol or doing something that was like, what's the word? It starts with the O, I think. Just like not over, just, what is the word? Overindulged there. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like you overindulged. If your trainer's saying at 6'9", I wasn't happy with the final stages of preparation. What preparation? I seen Wilder. I think it was the Malik. My memory is ridiculous. Wilder, when he fought Malik Scott, I think it was that fight. I'm pretty sure. He was eating cake on the scale. He's allowed to. He's a heavyweight. It wasn't gonna hurt him. He'd been eating good and things like that. So to me, it sounds like Tyson Fury, whatever issues he had in the past, it sounds like he's straying off course again. That's what it sounds like. Be it alcohol. I don't know about drugs. I'm not going to put that on him, but possibly. I wouldn't put it past him. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like this is Party Town, USA. It sounds, and to me, that sounds like you've really grossly underestimated Otto Wallin. You thought it was going to be easy. This is what I'm saying. It sounds like Tyson Fury getting all the money with ESPN. See, this is the thing. Tyson Fury, ESPN is foolish. I'm going to tell you why. They had someone who had known demons and a mental health awareness issue, and off the heels of the Wilder performance and the heroic, melodramatic story that they're trying to do, they're basically enablers. Now we're giving him more. We're putting him in fucking Vegas, a party town, back-to-back fights, right? That's where he's training, in Las Vegas, where you could get a slice of pizza at 4 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning, and we're putting him in there and also building him up. We got all the Mark Kriegel and Pringles or whatever the fuck these people's name is, Vinny Testaverde, all these dudes praising him and giving him this royal red carpet treatment, and it sounds like he's become complacent. And the funny thing is, he said, if I want to squirt, I'll take a fat burger. They ESPN, they're an enabler. That's what I believe. I truly believe. They're enabling Tyson Fury. If you already have the demons, you're enabling it, There's no guarantee that, man, I don't know about drugs, but he still drinks. We know that. He did a Q&A session with Michelle Joy Phelps and forced her to drink. Oh, here, have a beer with the Gypsy King, bro. He made her shotgun a beer. So I already know you on that. So, and this is who ESPN put $108 million in. Good luck. Now his trainer telling you, He overtrained. Man, that's excuses. That's cap. So Deontay Wilder, get past the Luis Ortiz fight, you know, then handle business. I'm picking Wilder 1,000%. If he can get past Luis Ortiz, he can get past Tyson Fury in better fashion or whatever, and close that chapter, bro. And it's funny. It's like, what's the saying about the pot calling the kettle black shit? He made fun of Anthony Joshua. Oh, you lost to a fat fucker. You know, your big dosser. And then it sounds like you were feeling yourself. Truth be told, Anthony Joshua has more of an excuse to lose to a Andy Ruiz than you have to win in that fashion to a Otto Violin. At the bare bones minimum, Andy Ruiz was not Joshua's initial opponent. So Joshua had to go from Gerald Miller, totally different height, style, 317-pound man, to a 260-pound man with fast-ass hands, some of the fastest hands in boxing, totally different style. So that could throw you off. I'm not making excuses for Joshua. It is what it is. He should have been ready, whatever. And he had to deal with that in the amateurs, I'm sure. So the bottom line is that he has more of a reason. You weren't even supposed to fight Ruiz. Tyson Fury knew he was fighting Otto Violin since the beginning. That was the initial person. There were no hiccups and roadblocks. That's who you were fighting. This is who you were studying. You'd study tape, research him. That's who your team was targeting, and it stayed that course. So, to me, this is not a good sign for Tyson Fury. You were training for the same man, no mishaps or hiccups where alternate opponents and understudies, and you look like that. Andy Ruiz got fast hands, and you weren't even training for him. So Joshua has more of a leg to stand on. So the irony is that Tyson Fury was roasting Joshua, saying, "Oh, you're bum, retire if you lose again, you're big dossa." For losing to Andy Ruiz, Ruiz has done 1,000,000 times more than Otto Violin has ever done. Nobody even knew who that was. Ruiz had already fought in a guy's hometown backyard, New Zealand, for a title, the IBF title, and that was Joseph Parker fight. Ruiz was sparring with Evander Holyfield when he's 21 years old, getting praise from Evander Holyfield. Nobody even knew who the fuck Otto Violin is. Nobody knew that, and nobody knew who he was. So Tyson Fury should be ashamed of his performance. And I don't care about overtraining and cuts. Comes with the territory. We're not doing excuses. Going forward, new media. You know, it's because it's always that. You know, Kovalev loses the second fight by stoppage. Oh, he hit him low in the nuts. You know, Golovkin loses the second Canelo fight. Oh, no. It's always something. Pacquiao loses. Oh, salt water his shoulder. You know, and ain't nobody. Every big fight, it's an excuse. Tyson Fury gets a draw with Wilder. No, he won 10 rounds. It's always something. So we not buying that. Floyd was undefeated for 22 years and showed up under the bright lights. Period. So Tyson Fury seems like almost like Kovalev. Like his personal life mix, you know, maybe making some party decisions that aren't really conducive to your boxing career. That's what it sounds like. Because what could a 6'9" heavyweight have been eating foreign foods or whatever, where it alarmed your coach that you're straying off course? You guys answer that. Obviously, he didn't reveal what he ate or show pictures or whatever, but I mean, what could Tyson Fury have possibly been doing to the point where it sounds like your trainer feels you're overindulging? And then your own pops, who's probably close to people still, I don't know what his relationship is with Tyson, he says you got to drop your team because they're going to cost you your career. So it sounds like John Fury might know a thing or two. And see, this is the thing. A lot of these motherfuckers got yes men. They got yes men. That's why some people might, you know, old media and shit, they might not like my channel. Because I call it what I see, and it is what it is. But I'm at the fights. If there's ever an issue, I'm at the fight. You know exactly what fights I'm going to be at. We ain't hard to find, you know. And the thing is, people get mad because some people revel in the fact of having yes men around. You know, it sounds like Tyson Fury. Nobody wants to tell him like, oh yeah, you know, he's a big ass 6'9". Nobody want to tell him like, oh, slow your roll. You got a fight coming up. You know, you shouldn't be out gambling like Keith Thurman, and you know, you should probably watch what you eat because we don't know much about this Otto Violin guy. You know, I listen. If anyone ever joins my team or comes into my inner circle, friends, I don't want friends like that. Me personally, I don't want friends that can't hold me accountable for me. You know, I don't need that. If they can't look and be like, oh yeah, you were tripping, ego. What are you doing? And they just have to laugh at all my jokes, even if they ain't funny, just because they want to be around for the. I don't want people like that. That's why I keep I'll be on some wilder shit. I keep my circle smaller than Cheerios. Because I just want a couple true, real ones that you guys can be with them Tekashis and shit. And then when the motherfuckers get pinched, start snitching. I don't want that. I want real life people that's finna ride and be who they say they are, be solid. I'm from the Bay. This is a mandatory. Because I ride for my people the way they ride for me. Non-negotiable. I only deal with two-way streets. Don't ever come at me with no one-way street bullshit because it's not going to play out how you think. So me personally, that's just who I am. I don't want one-way streets. I don't want someone to just, like I said, laugh at all my jokes if they're not funny or tell me what I want to hear to build me up. Man, come on, bro. I don't need that. And see, that to me, that's like an internal thing. I guess I got enough confidence. If you're insecure, you need that. I don't need nobody to boost me up. I can hold myself accountable. Like Michael Jackson said, look at that man in the mirror. I'm gonna make a change for once. I can look at that man in the mirror each and every day and be content with what I see in the reflection. I don't need especially no man. I don't need no man to boost me up. I don't need no man to be like, oh, you on track. I know when I'm on track. I know when I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't need no man. I don't need no man to tell me. You know, the only men that I even really respect like that is my pops and brother, bro. That's all I need. If my brother say I'm tripping, then I'm gonna take my pops and my brother opinion over everybody. I don't need no other man to dictate my future, tell me what I want to hear. I don't need that. That's just what it is. But some people do, and. I think women are probably better than men because I know girls that go out in groups and shit, go out to a bar, and they'll keep their other girls in check. So she drunk as fuck and about to go home with Bill Cosby, and they're like, no, come on, Nikki, come on, Nikki. They're not gonna let you get in the car with this Bill Cosby. Like the motherfucker got a Cosby sweater and it's hot as fuck in the club. Girls ain't gonna let they friend, like real girlfriends, like girls that are friends, they not finna let their friend that they came road with. It'd be one thing if she's dating the guy already, they got the talking shit. I'm talking about some stranger, some Bill. I would like to put the Jello with the Quaaludes and put the bro. The girls ain't finna let you ride out. They stay right there as you guys are exchanging numbers, so no funny business and shit. But dudes be weak. And they need somebody to build them up and tell it, man, these dudes, man, they don't build dudes the same. I promise you that. I can't wait to start this new channel, Alpha Ego. We gonna talk about this real shit. And these dudes is like be on some beta male shit. They need somebody to make them feel good or make them feel relevant. I don't need no man to do that for me. What? That's why these motherfuckers, these trolls be coming in here. This shit is funny to me. I don't give a fuck what they talk about. My bills is paid. I get to help my family, shoot them some money. I'm living my purpose. I'm working for me. Like I don't give a fuck about no trolls saying, "Oh yeah, you're stupid, man. Your eyes suck." Like the fuck I need a dude to tell me about my eyes for? Crazy. But anyway, back to Tyson. I don't know what's going on, but it sounds like he has people in his circle that just let Tyson Fury be Tyson. Block JMCC. Get your beta ass out of here. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Oh shit, business brains. Oh my God, he got hit with the double tap, bro. Why y'all do him like that? Oh my gosh. I told you. See, when a true alpha is in the jungle, when a real lion is in the jungle and it roars, the beta lions, they don't know what the fuck to do. Listen, I study the animal planet. Study. Gorillas are, they say like monkeys are like the closest to actual humans and stuff. You see mannerisms and shit. A gorilla, two gorillas to establish dominance will make eye contact. And like Mike Tyson was saying in The Art of Skullduggery, the gorilla that turns away and looks away has submitted to the other gorilla as like, okay, you the man, you the alpha gorilla. That happens in the animal planet. And every time I talk this alpha shit, it always happens. They can't look at the silverback in the eyes. They always say this, oh yeah, you're preaching to us. That's what betas do. Don't be a beta. Yeah, don't be a beta. Women don't like that. Every single time we talk, they're like, who are you to tell us? Instead of just listening, process and see what you like from it or not. Because they can't, these monkeys can't look the lion in the face. You ain't looking at the hardest gorilla in the eyes without cutting your eye. Man, come on. Shout out to King Corleone. Go follow his journey. What you getting in shape? Okay. Eagles Army, we working. King Corleone, go to his channel, go watch his journey. He's vlogging about it. Man, we on some silverback shit. That Gervonta Tank Davis shit. Stop playing. Stop playing with us. That's why we confident with the message we been telling y'all. We don't keep backtracking and stuff. Man, he just sent the link. Man, we not playing with these boys, bro. When do we ever backtrack? Why we don't be backtracking every fucking day and shit. Like, Tyson Fury. Okay, here's another thing. Tyson Fury, his trainer said he came in lighter than expected, right? Then he said Tyson Fury derived from the game plan, which is weird. Before and after the fight, Tyson Fury in the Wilder fight, they said that was his bad weight. Remember? Shout out to King Corleone. Tyson Fury has made the excuse and said that he wasn't in true shape like he needed to be versus Wilder. Well, guess what? But wait, there's more. I'm going to show you that real shit. That new media shit. He said when he fought Wilder, he wasn't in shape. But now he's in true shape. And he feels stronger than ever and he's hitting harder than he's ever hit, etc. That's what he said. If y'all want to see this, can I get a hell yeah? Watch this new media shit. If y'all want to see it, I got it pulled up right now. Can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Shout out to Business Brains handling that business. These comments be funny. Shout out to my people. My dude Hamza. All right, hold on. I'm going to pull it up right now. All right, so peep this. They said Tyson Fury came in lighter than expected. Tyson Fury also made the excuses saying when he fought Wilder, he wasn't in true shape. But now, versus Otto Wallin, which was a horrible performance, he was in great shape. This is what he said before the Otto Wallin. He said now that he's been back for some time, he's in the best shape and all this. Watch this. Okay. Wilder fight December 1st. Tyson Fury weighed, you see it? 256 and a half. 256 and a half for the Wilder fight. He fought Tom Schwartz. He came in a little bit heavier. And then for the Otto Wallin fight, they said he came in light. He weighed 2 pounds less than what he weighed Wilder in the Wilder fight. £2. So they said, so Tyson Fury says when he fought Wilder, he wasn't in the best shape. His weight has been consistent around that range. You weighed 2 pounds less. So you didn't, it sounds like you're in similar shape. Oh, that's hard to say. Similar shape. Plus, you were training in Big Bear with Abel Sanchez for a portion of it, altitude training, which helps your cardio. So once again, the lie detector test proves that was bullshit. You almost got knocked out because Wilder caught you. It didn't have nothing to do with you weren't in good shape, because your shape, you're always around that weight. You're always around that particular range. Look, we'll go through it. Otto Violin fight, 254 and a half. Tom Schwartz, 263, so almost 9 pounds more, right? Wilder, 256. Francisco Pianeta, 258. Now, the Safari, he weighed the most because he was coming back after two plus years out. So that's a high for him. But he weighed 247 for Klitschko, 260, 264, 274, 254, 248, 245. So look, 245, his weight's always juggled around that. And it looks like if you average out this 253, 255 and a half, 261, it looks like the average of his, the last, since about 2011, the average of his weights have been relatively around 242 to 260. Like I don't feel like doing all the math, but I could add up all those numbers and then divide it by how many fights, and then we would have the average, But he's been within that range, so that's an excuse. His weight always fluctuates from about 240 to 270 because he has discipline issues, it sounds like. But recently, like I said, Otto Violin was 254 and a half. Schwartz was 263 and a half. That's 9 pounds. And then Wilder was 2 pounds. He was 2 pounds away from what he weighed in the Otto Violin. And then Francisco Pianeta, he was 258. So actually, watch this. Oh, y'all lucky I don't have my phone right now. So since the Pianeta fight, it's 258, 256 and a half, 263 and a half, and then 254 and a half. Your weights, oh my, I'm gonna get a calculator. I just feel like bodying something. I'm gonna find the exact average for you of it since Francisco Pianeta. Watch this. I told you, new media, we something different. All right, we back. All right, watch. See, they acting like for the Wilder fight he was in bad shape. No, Wilder just had cracks. It's just what it is. All right, let's get it. Calculator time. Let me show y'all too. Okay, I'm gonna look since Francisco Pianeta. Otto Violin fight. He was 254 and a half. Tom Schwartz, 263 and a half. Right? Deontay Wilder, 256 and a half. Francisco Pianeta, 258 even. Okay? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 fights. So watch this, y'all. That's his last fights. That's the total weight of his last couple of fights. And I divide by the amount of fights, which from that to that, Otto Violin to Pianeta, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 fights. Oh my gosh. I am legend. Look. Told you. So, since Francisco Pianeta, your average weight is 258. That's your average weight, 258.1. So you said you was not in good shape for the Wilder fight, but your average is in your last fights since, you came back heavy in the he was 276 in the first fight because he had been on a long layoff. So he probably could have gotten more shape, but it's not worth it to do that. So after that, you had another tune-up where Wilder was in the crowd, Francisco Pianeta. From that point to Otto Violin, this is the average. This is your average weight, 258. So your average was 258. Shout out to Canada. I love y'all. And when you weighed against Wilder, you weighed 256. Within 2 pounds of this at 6'9". So I weigh over. Well, I don't even know how much I weigh, like 240, 250, somewhere in there, right now. I could fluctuate 10, 12 pounds. So that's actually pretty good that he's within his average when he fought Wilder by 2 pounds. So once again, this proves to me that was bullshit, acting like you weren't in good shape for the Wilder fight. If you weren't in good shape, you would have stayed down. You were in good shape. He trained in Big Bear and all that. Shout out to Phoenix, my people. I'm telling you, it's just nonstop excuses. You were within 2 pounds of your average of your last 4 fights. And now they're trying to act. Even the Otto Violin fight. The Otto Violin fight, your average is 258, and in the Otto Violin fight, you weighed 254. So 254 and a half. So you're within 3.5 pounds, 3.5, 4 pounds of your average of your last 4 fights. So come on, bro. It's not that you weren't in shape for the Wilder fight. Wilder got cracks and he caught you. That's what it was. It's just nonstop excuses. So we're going to weed out the excuses. That doesn't make sense to me. Now, if he fought Wilder and he weighed what he weighed for his comeback fight, 276, you can make that argument. You can make that argument because that's career highs, like 270 something. Those are his higher weights when he's weighing 270 something. But he got down to a good weight for Wilder. Not to mention, since we're talking about weight, Wilder, when he fought you, he weighed 209 or something hella small, 212 and a half. That's how much Wilder weighed. So these are piddly excuses. The bottom line is you were within your average weight, his better weight. He fought Klitschko, he weighed 247. So he was actually under what he fought when he fought Wilder. Klitschko didn't knock you down like that. So you had a great performance against Klitschko at a lesser weight, but against Wilder's style, you had more weight and you still got almost knocked out. Doing schoolwork, saw the Ego live stream and had to take a break. LOL. Breaks are needed. So I don't buy all this that he was in bad shape when he fought Wilder. He wasn't in bad. That had nothing to do with it. But this is what Bob Arum and Top Rank have concocted to make excuses, as to why he almost got knocked the fuck out. They want to convince the people that he wasn't in good shape, but this is the real Fury. But they said it. The funny thing is, but wait, there's more. The comedy of it all is that they said it before the Otto Violin fight. They said, "Oh, we weren't in the best of shape before in the Wilder fight because we were just coming back." You did 2 tune-ups. You were in good shape. You weren't at no career highs in 270, 280. You weren't nothing like that. They said, "Oh, but now we feel great. We feel great. This is now we're at our weight. We're hitting hard. We kept our weight down. We're doing awesome." And then you turned in the Otto Violin performance, which was horrible. Shout out to King Corleone. He said, "I got people listening to Boxingego in the locker room before we work out in the gym." Man, we all pumped. Salute to you on your setting goals. That's what it's all about. You got to set them goals. Shout out to King Corleone. Set goals and crush them. There's only 4 months left of the year. Y'all better get on y'all goals. Fuck 2020 waiting and waiting for New Year's resolution. We don't do that over here. Set the goal now. Do it now. So you get in shape right now. By the time Thanksgiving roll around, you don't feel as guilty, coming back for seconds. Let's get it. So anyway, Tyson Fury says he wasn't in shape, and Bob Arum said he wasn't in great shape versus Wilder, but now he's in great shape. And then you put on a bad performance versus Otto Violin. Now your trainer's saying you overtrained. It's like, come on, man. Like, which one is it? Which one is it? Shout out to Mark. He says, "Salute, King." What are we doing here? That's what I want to know. What are we doing here? So you weren't in good shape when you fought Wilder. Now you're supposed to be punching harder and in greater shape, and you feel better than you've ever felt. But then now your trainer says you were overindulging and eating bad foods the week of the fight, and before the weigh-in and after weigh-in, and you possibly overtrain. Come on, bro. You know what that is. So how is all of this true? Some of it has to be a lie then. You're not punching harder and you're not feeling sharper and all this shit. It's just bipolar behavior. Simply put. You're saying, and this is what these teams, especially in the UK, it seems to be doing. They keep saying everything. So it's like, what are we supposed to believe from Joshua? What are we supposed to believe from Eddie Hearn? What are we supposed to believe from Tyson Fury when they keep doing these various interviews or, their teams, and it's all on different pages? Like, come on, man. What are we doing here? So Tyson Fury's team has made it their business to act as if Tyson Fury was, oh my gosh, the 60,000 God is back. Man, we getting 60,000 pesos. Let's get it. And I'm still going to keep my pace, though. We running the race, though. We running the race like TK. I need about 10K. Then we're going to hit 200K. We'll let that K spray. Shout out to Sean Jones. Thanks for the vampire stream. Ready for Spence versus Porter. Absolutely. King Corleone, fool. He said it looked like someone gave you $1 million. Yeah, I wish. The conversion rate's crazy. Because when he first sent me one of them, I was like, oh, shit, I'm rich. I'm rich. Yeah. I felt like Ashley Larry until I seen how much it was worth. I was like, oh, okay. That sounds more reasonable. But shout out to Sean Jones. Bro, I thought I made it. I was about to stop doing video. Go to Miami like them old gangsters and retire. I was like, oh shit, I got 60,000. Oh my, I was about to hit that Wilder shimmy, that Broner shimmy. Oh my god, I thought I had 60 racks. I was about to start. Man, I thought I had racks in the middle. I'm just saying. With the racks in the middle, I thought I had them racks in the middle, bro. I've been getting a lot of check. I was like, he just sent me another super chat. I thought I had that racks in the middle, bro. Y'all playing with me, dog. I've been getting 60,000. I'm about to go buy a chain. 60,000 around my neck. I've been getting them super chats. Come on, stop playing with the kid, man. Anyway, more excuses. Sterling Pedersen want to laugh. 60,000 around my neck. Bro, I'm about to go crazy. Bought my mama something. Bought my pop something. I put 60 G's on my pops. I'm about to buy everyone chain. Like the baby and shit. I was about to the baby some shit. Till I looked on Google Translate. I was like, oh shit, I ain't buying y'all shit. 60,000 on my check. Hey, we got them racks in the middle. Arrow versus Sean gonna be fight of the year. I like it. Fox has been doing a great job promoting the fight. Just giving us shoulder content, giving exposure. Arrow at the Dallas Cowboys game. I don't know if Sean Porter going to the Cleveland game. Anyway, man, Tyson Fury, these excuses must stop. He said the haters gonna be mad when they see Ego with them diamond covered shades. Hell yeah, bro. Take off your glasses. Yeah, man. I just feel like I could. But wait, there's more. Peep this, cause I ain't make no video about this yet. I said I ain't do no video about this yet. Guess what Frank Warren said? He said we have a signed contract for the fight, but if Tyson isn't 100%, I'm not gonna let him fight. Y'all peep that? Cause I ain't did a video about it. Already coming with the excuses, bro. He said more excuses than nigga in front of a judge. Bro, this is the old media way, bro. Tyson Fury literally said, okay, Wilder told 78 in an interview, I really want Tyson Fury to step out of the way so I could fight Joshua Ruiz winner for undisputed. This was before the right before the Otto Violin fight, right? And Tyson Fury's like, no, I'm the Gypsy King. We already have signed contracts. If you try to fight one of them, I'm going to sue you. He threatened a lawsuit. He said he was going to sue you. Now his team talking about, oh, if we're not fully healed, you know, because the fight with Otto Violin, they underestimated him, and it was much tougher than fucking expected. Now Frank Warren talking about, I'll read the direct quote. I got it saved, bro. Warren said, I've got a Harley Street specialist on standby to examine Tyson Fury. Should he need surgical incision to make sure he heals properly, then the sooner it gets done, the better. Warren added, 5 months might seem a long time, but the cut in the eyebrow is so serious that he won't be allowed to do any exercise whatsoever for at least 2 months. If all goes well, that would just give him time for a 12-week training camp. We don't want to push back the date unless we have to, but the most important thing is that he is perfectly healed and fully prepared for the fight. Once his treatment has been decided, he needs as much rest as he can at home with his family. He has to focus on the fight, the benefits of taking it really easy. Fortunately, there are huge incentives for him to fight against Wilder. But wait, there's more. Hold on. Oh, shit. This shit is funny, bro. Old media getting fucked up, dog. All right. Hold on. It's in 2 parts. All right. Frank Warren says, it's done. The fight is made. The fight will go on next year. Obviously, the date will now be subject to Tyson Fury's eye being healed and him being 100%. If it's not, then I wouldn't let it happen. There's no way we're going to let Tyson Fury go in the ring if he's not 100%. He's got to be 100% in a fight like that. Wilder's the biggest punching heavyweight in the last 20 years. We all saw what happened last time. And Tyson Fury has got to be really on the money before we allow that fight to take place. But the fight is signed for. It's done. Both fighters want it, and everybody wants it to happen. It's just now going to be a waiting game to see how the cut heals. Plus, Wilder will have a fight of his own against Luis Ortiz, and he has to come through that fight. I'm done, bro. Old media get crucified. Old media get. He said he has to be 100%. Like, obviously you have. I don't know, bro. This is just funny, bro. You underestimate a guy. He give you a tougher fight. Tyson Fury threatened Wilder. He threatened Wilder. Like, no, we're going to sue you. I'm going to sue you if you don't fight me. Now look at his team. Saying, oh, you don't hear Wilder making excuses and he's fighting Ortiz. This is hilarious, bro. I'm not going to let Fury fight. He said, I'm not going to let Fury fight unless he's 100%. So, I mean, the reality of we don't know. We don't know if he's 100%. They could say his cut can heal and they could still say he's not 100%. Bro, it's a rat. It's over for you dudes. Old media is over. Bro, listen. King Corleone, I'm lying. Peep this. Okay. So, but wait, there's more, right? Tyson Fury just said he'll sue Wilder if the fight doesn't happen February 22nd. And Wilder tries to fight Ruiz Joshua winner. So before you underestimated Otto Violin and were in that tough fight where you sustained cuts from a punch, at least the big first one, you said if Wilder don't fight you, then you're suing him. You threatened. Now that you were in a tough fight, now you're like, oh, I don't know if we're going to be ready in 100. Oh, my gosh. But wait, there's more. This year in May 18th, I think, because it was a couple days after my dad's birthday, Wilder was trying to fight you in an immediate rematch. They had the Barclays Center. Devin Haney hadn't signed to Eddie Hearn, and he was supposed to be on the card, right? I know from an inside source. Okay, so that being said, Tyson Fury fled and ran to ESPN to take what were supposed to be tune-up light fights, right? If Wilder comes through Luis Ortiz and the February 22nd date that you were willing to sue Wilder for comes by and you push it back, right? That's going to make Tyson Fury look bad because you've already had one opportunity to fight. Bro, you already had one opportunity. You chose to fight like that. You chose this person, and the fight was harder than it needed to be. You know, because I tell you, all this stuff adds up. Now it's coming out, you overtrain and you overindulge before the weigh-in and after the weigh-in. See, now it's coming back. Everything's coming out to pass. You know, the show must go on. Nah, fuck that. If Wilder beats Luis Ortiz, y'all better hope he loses. Y'all better pray, pray to Saint Mary or whoever the fuck you want to pray to. You better pray Wilder loses because, nah, we got to see that February 22nd. You niggas get cut every day, B. You be all right. You try to cock block Joshua Ruiz winner and said you weren't going to step aside. So why should Wilder step aside, and run the risk of having to fight another mandatory or Dillian White or some shit, waiting on you and pushing dates back? Dillian White, oh, I've been waiting 655 days. And, why should we wait? If Wilder, the deal is if Wilder gets past his guy and you get past your guy, you got past Otto Violin. And if Wilder gets past his guy, then we need to see the fight. You announced the date. You said it's good. Now Frank Warren talking about I'm going to pull him out. Man, come on. You already pulled out of the Wilder rematch. This looked bad, man. This looked bad. This looked real bad. And in my opinion, I don't even understand why the UK is even doing these interviews. These UK guys keep doing these interviews. It's like in America, we used to the attention. Like, you know what I'm saying? America's a big place. You're used to like stars and celebrities and big concerts and shit like that. I don't give a fuck about, like, I never get starstruck. The people that would make me starstruck are all dead. Like Tupac, Michael Jackson, those would be Prince. If I met them, those would be the people like where I'm like, oh wow, that's Prince, you know what I'm saying? That's MJ. Pac, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? We don't get hype off of that type of stuff generally, There's just a lot going on. But it seems like these UK dudes, they had like a run where they had like 13 champions that won a couple years ago, and they start feeling the fame and stuff. Oh, getting more recognition than they have in a while, and it's like they're falling in love with the camera shit. Oh, people, I'm desired. People want to interview with me, which is cool, but it's like too much. They're like, it's not conducive to your fighter's career. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you're saying, oh, to me, that's showing a fear that his cut ain't going to be. I wouldn't have said that. Just see how it happened. To me, Wilder watching my channel, he already said that. So he's hearing this shit too. Or someone that knows him that's going to pass it on. Wilder said that, oh, I check your stuff, God bless. So to me, in this fight game, you can't really put out fears of things. Oh, we hope to cut. I'm not going to let him fight. That's kind of like almost showing a weakness. Do you get what I'm saying? Wilder's going to target that cut. I promise you. Not even just Wilder. Whoever he fights is going to target that eye. You know, practice their left hooks and shit. It's looking pretty grim. It's looking pretty grim to me. The other thing is, Otto Violin, Tyson Fury's team have made this. Top Rank did it again. They did a huge blunder in the same fashion of Mikey Garcia not fighting Yuri Ortiz Gamboa and Juanma Lopez not fighting Yuri Ortiz Gamboa. If you guys know boxing, remember the big fight at the time in the lighter divisions was Yuri Ortiz Gamboa when he was undefeated versus Juanma Lopez. People wanted to see that. They never made the fight. Orlando Salido stepped in and did what he did to Lomachenko, and he upset Salido in Puerto Rico. I mean, Salido upset Juanma in Puerto Rico. And then they said, oh, fuck it, now we got to do a rematch like Joshua Ruiz, and then he did it again. So no one ever seen the Gamboa versus, what's the name, Juanma Lopez. And it's like history repeats itself. Top Rank, now, he didn't get Salido'd where he lost a fight, but this is literally, in my opinion, this was, barring a loss, this was the second worst thing that could happen for Tyson Fury ahead of the Wilder fight. Second worst thing. Like, obviously the first thing would have been to take an actual L, because then that would have fucked up your money. This was literally the worst. You fought an unknown who was game, tough, rugged, hurt you, put you through a war, left you with some scar tissue and something to go with you, 2 nasty, deep-ass gashes and cuts, and everything about it was horrible. Your performance, now your team's saying you overtrained. Bro, it's a wrap. Now your team's showing fear in terms of like, oh, the cut might not be healed. Why are you telling people this? The other thing that made it bad for Tyson Fury with this particular Otto Violin fight, aside from the fact that he's unknown and he was hanging with you, is Tyson Fury says, I'm stronger than ever, I'm punching harder than I've ever punched, and I'm going to knock Wilder's spark out. Who believes that? He said he was going to knock Wilder out in the first fight, never came close. Then he says, oh, hey, but I wasn't in proper weight, which I've already debunked on this stream, because he's within his threshold that he's normally at. So it shows, you know, historically, he's in good shape. Now he's saying, oh, I'm punching harder than ever and I feel stronger than ever. And then you go through that type of fight. Now your trainer's saying you overtrained and we got to look at some things and your nutrition failed at the last minute. It doesn't sound believable. So in my opinion, Fury has to go in a dangerous 12-round fight. And Wilder, if he gets past Luis Ortiz, that's a monkey off his back. That's a monkey off his back. You feel what I'm saying? Because now he could say, shut the fuck up. I did a Stavern too. I beat Luis Ortiz again. The boogeyman again. His confidence is going to go through the roof. It's going to go through the roof. Because people are saying, oh, he got hurt in the first one and blah, blah, blah. So if he go in and prove that to himself that he could do it again, run it back, his confidence through the roof. Now you have Tyson Fury, his last memory of a fight is that. Plus, he said he's going to knock Wilder's spark out. Do you think Wilder thinks he's going to get knocked out with 12 rounds of experience, plus seeing an inexperienced Otto Violin get punched with all of Tyson Fury's might from round 7 to 10, where he was gassed out, literally had no big answers during that stretch, Otto Violin. He was gassed. He was tired, had no real answers for it, no real defense for it, was letting Tyson Fury lean on him. All things that Tyson Fury is not going to really be able to do with the more experienced, bigger, 6'7" Wilder, athletic, with better legs, with that type of power. You're not going to lean on someone and he shoot the uppercut out on your way in. You know what I'm saying? So you can't do the same, take the same liberties as you could do to an inexperienced guy. But anyway, you hit Tyson Fury hit Otto Violin from round 7 to 10 while he was tired, while he was inexperienced, with all of his might, grunting, body shot upstairs. He was landing some good uppercuts. Tyson Fury was landing some good shots. Still didn't drop him. Still didn't get him out of there. Wilder's confident, has to take it to a new height. Like, what am I worried about? Let me not rush my work. Take my time. Go to the body. That's obvious. Wilder was going to the body in the first fight. and then Otto Violin kind of picked up on that same kind of game plan. The body is Tyson Fury's body, especially. He's not even like, he don't look like he's in crazy shape, but he has good upper body movement. This torso part is not going to move as much as Tyson Fury be moving with his head. Target the body, and then you can feint like you're going to go to body once he's trying to protect his body because you're a power puncher, and do like Maidana did versus Broner, and then come upstairs when he's trying to protect his body and bow. Man, it's not looking good for Tyson Fury. I'm telling you. The last chip is whatever happens in the Luis Ortiz fight. I can't wait for that fight because it just intensified things. If Wilder demolishes Luis Ortiz, I give Fury very, very, very little because I don't see Fury stopping Wilder. So he's going to have to outbox a man that he knows can hurt him off of the last memory of having a deep-ass cut, which could affect you. You can't get cut like that versus Wilder. Wilder throws too many angles, and he throws too wild, and he has a good jab, and he's hitting too hard. So it's looking like the beginning and the end. Funny thing is, old media said Tyson Fury is the #1 heavyweight. So we'll see how long this lasts. We'll see how long this lasts. Once again, what man, I'm telling you, I've studied the game. I figured this game out. I'm not perfect. I could be wrong at any given time. But watch. If Wilder gets past Luis Ortiz, watch how many fucking turncoats that you see from old media that were praising this, that, and the third, saying that Ring Magazine got it right and Tyson Fury was the man. If Wilder demolished Luis Ortiz, watch how many of them turn and then now start gradually, oh yeah, I'm picking Wilder. Or take the pussy route and start saying, oh, but Tyson Fury won the first one if Tyson Fury get knocked out in the rematch. Or start saying, oh, it's the cut. You know, Otto Violin, he's the real one. You know, try to give Otto Violin the credit. Otto Violin built more off of Deontay Wilder's blueprint than Wilder would build off of, what's the name? Because Wilder stretched Tyson Fury. But they're going to try to lie and, you know, give the Caucasian fighter, Otto Violin, they're trying to give him the credit. He did his thing. I can't wait to watch his next fight. Hopefully he gets a good fight. But they're going to try to give him the credit. This is what they always do. Just like they did when Mayweather beat Pacquiao. And instead of getting that black man his credit, they say, oh, but Juan Manuel Marquez knocked him out. Yeah, but Marquez nose looked broken. He went through a war. Floyd made it look easy and had Pacquiao looking shitty in there and took no punishment and made more money than Marquez. These are the facts. Watch how many people turn. This is what old media is known for. When shit gets rough, everything that they've been vouching for the last, I don't know, 6 months, year plus, 2 years, just depends on the situation. Like Mayweather Pacquiao, same thing. 5, 6 years. Watch how that dissipates. Watch how they switch up on you. Their switch up is crazy. It's insane. That's why I call them shapeshifters. Look at ESPN. Fury survives cuts, grinds out a win. Fury versus Wilder in a tune-up fight isn't always what it's cut out to be. Fury sustains massive cut. Look at that old media shit, bro. Is Tyson Fury ready for Wilder after scare against Wilder? This is what they're saying. You said, all y'all motherfuckers, bro, all you old media fucks said Tyson Fury is the #1. Now we talking about is Fury ready? Y'all said Wilder's gonna get destroyed though. Y'all said Wilder ain't no match and he can't box and, you know, all he has is power. Now the articles are looking much different. Oh, Tyson Fury got a cut. Will he be ready in time? Oh, is Tyson Fury ready for Wilder? They switch so quick. You know, it's like kids. They grow up before your very eyes. First, Wilder wasn't shit. And now all of a sudden is, can Fury beat Wilder? Why wasn't you saying that from the beginning? When me, King Corleone, Real Brother 32, Jose de Jesus, and all the Eagles Army were saying, at least be objective. It's cool if you're picking Tyson Fury because, you know, truth be told, Wilder hasn't beaten Luis Ortiz, let alone Tyson Fury in a rematch. But This is what I'm saying. Be realistic. They weren't being realistic. I don't care who you're picking. You can pick whoever the fuck you want. Bet some money if you really want to. If you really want to, feeling froggish, it's not even about that. It's about their lack of integrity for the sport. It's their lack of integrity when they say stuff. It's just Wilder's getting murdered and Fury won 10 rounds to 2, this, that, and the third. And then now all of a sudden they trying to switch up. Oh yeah, is Fury gonna be ready? Is Fury going to be ready now? Now, you just said he was the number 1 heavyweight. So now we have all these cop-outs, and now is the number 1 heavyweight. When did we ever ask Floyd Mayweather if he's going to be ready for a fight? But now this is what they're trying to do for Tyson Fury. Already setting up the stage, setting the exit stage left. It's the same bullshit. The same thing they're doing with Lomachenko. If you got the complexion for the protection in the world of boxing. Lomachenko, they're already setting it up for him to maybe fight Richard Commey. Maybe unify and then get the hell out the division before Devin Haney come. Before, people desire him to fight Mikey Garcia, Jose Ramirez, or Pacquiao or something. Man, come on, bro. We see the same thing. That's why old media is dead, bro. That's why they can't fuck with us. See how quick they changed, though? So it's looking bad for Tyson Fury because I wouldn't be, mark my words, before the Wilder rematch, I would not be surprised if listen to me. Listen now. Before the Tyson Fury Wilder rematch, I wouldn't be surprised of 2 things. These are 2 possible scenarios. One, if the fight didn't happen February 22nd, I wouldn't be surprised. Or 2, or both, if Tyson Fury cuts ties with Ben Davison before the rematch, trying to figure this out. You hear me? One, if Tyson Fury's team, instead of fighting February 22nd, try to push it back. Or 2, or both, Tyson Fury parts ways with Ben Davison. His own pops told him to. And it wasn't a good performance. So, and see, this is the other thing. I go off of consistency. Will Smith has a good monologue or whatever you want to call it about hard work versus talent. And he was basically, I don't know if verbatim, but he was saying hard work beats talent because he's like, I could get on a treadmill and I promise you're getting off the treadmill before I do. He's saying that you could be naturally better, more skilled, faster than me, but where he hits the nail on the head is an insane work ethic. And that's true. Having that insane work ethic, you're going to beat a motherfucker who has natural talent, but is fucking it off. You know what I'm saying? Zab Judah is probably athletically one of the best fighters we've ever seen. But Zab Judah had his vices and, partied and was living the life, not used to having the money and then got the money. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So, yeah, you can outwork that. So, for me, if Wilder, like I said, doesn't get off course or start feeling himself or switch up, I have to go off of him for multiple reasons to beat Fury in the rematch, because Tyson Fury seems like he's still living on the edge and shit. Seems like he's still like, kind like a boxer, but kind of doesn't live like a boxer. That type of shit. So I got to go off of consistency. Wilder, if he's consistently knocking out people, that's consistent. Tyson Fury's weight throughout his career has fluctuated. He's been with John Fury, Peter Fury, Ben Davison. He's had insane weight, climbs when he just got like kind of obese. Then he came real down. He's had great performance with Klitschko. I guess it's great, but whatever. And then he had the auto violin. He's not been a model of consistency to me. So I think Wilder, all the technical flaws or whatever people talk about, he's been consistent. He's consistently been who he is. Consistently a person for his people. He always talks about the culture. He always talks about like uplifting and inspiring people around the world, and also the black community. He's not like, he don't act like a sellout to me. And I'm saying that from someone who's met him. Block TS Gamer. Go play a fucking game. Because this ain't a game. Get him out of here. I don't even want to see his name before he can leave another comment. Shooters, let's test your speed. Oh, shit. Business brain. KG, don't even argue with them because he's here to cause distractions. So Wilder's been consistent. He's not trying to change his style totally. He's not trying to all of a sudden like, I will box you. You know, he's being who he is, adding on little things to his game. Kind of like Maidana. Maidana never went away. He added little pieces like jab. Robert Garcia had him jabbing and shit. Improved his endurance and stamina, shit like that. But he didn't try to change who he was, and that's why he had late success in his career as well. You know, just simple things. So I think Wilder, if he stays the course, gets past Luis Ortiz, I don't see how you can even favor Tyson Fury to win. I'm not saying it's impossible, you know, but I don't see the favorite. You know, same thing with Kovalev and Canelo. I'm not saying it's impossible for Kovalev to win because it could be dangerous. Maybe I'm sleeping on it, but I'm definitely picking Canelo. Hey, these shooters is putting in work. I love it. We are all tired of hearing Fury's crackhead story. Yeah, ESPN gotta stop that. Everybody goes through shit. You know? They trying to make it like Tyson Fury's story is so inspiring. That don't inspire me, to be honest. I never did crack. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know about that lifestyle. I know about, like, depression and other shit, but that don't really resonate with me. You get what I'm saying? Because throughout any time I've been depressed, I didn't really turn to drugs. So that, to me, I don't even get... I'm more inspired by, like, Floyd Mayweather getting robbed at the Olympics and then doing what he did and turning into, like, this... billion-dollar business and shit. That, to me, that's inspiring. You know, not having his dad there for a period and still staying focused and disciplined. You know, Roy Jones, that type of stuff inspires me. The Tyson Fury gaining a bunch of weight, and this is all personal choice. I'm just telling you, I'm just keeping it real for me. You guys can love whatever you love. You know, Robert Guerrero sticking by his wife when she had cancer. That's inspiring to me. You know, they beat cancer together and she beat it. You know, God bless. That's inspiring because she couldn't control that. Half of what Tyson Fury ever went through, you know, it sounds like he could control a portion of it at least. You know, you can't necessarily control depression, but you can control getting help, you know, control aspects of it. Like, I've been depressed and I never did coke. I've never done no drugs like that. So, to each his own. Danny Jacobs, shout out to that's Danny Jacobs. That's a great one. Very inspiring story. And see, you see when the black fighter, his story is just like, there's another, you know, they don't turn into no big ass spiel. You know, like DAZN didn't do this melodramatic, Danny Jacob inspiring, Mark Kriegel monologues. Stop, bro. I can't relate to Tyson Fury's struggle. Like, that's cool. He got back on track. Good for him and his family. But I don't relate to that directly because I don't do drugs like that, you know? So I see crack. Come to the Bay, bro. You'll see, if you want to see people do drugs, just come to the Bay. That's it. I've seen that. That ain't nothing new to me. You know? I'm more inspired by people who get it out the mud. Tank story is inspiring because foster care stuff, you can't really control that. You know what I'm saying? The area, Baltimore is hood as fuck, bro. I just went to Tank's City. Bro, Baltimore got some, it should be hood. Bro, I ain't never met a barista at Starbucks that looked that hood, bro. I went to Starbucks. They had Chief Keef back there or something. Gang, gang. I was like, oh shit, who the fuck is this? Bro, I ain't never seen no savage ass, tattooed ass Starbucks barista with dreads and shit, bro. Baltimore, they really bout that. I'm on the gang. Like, I'm like, yeah, could I get a caramel macchiato? What the fuck? Gang, caramel, gang. Motherfucker was tripping. I ain't never seen no Starbucks barista like that. Motherfucker had a gun and shit. You don't want to make that a venti? You don't want to make the East Coast nigga? Bro, he was tripping. Baltimore, they got areas. Yeah, Baltimore gonna have a gangster ass barista. I'll be taking my order all gangster and shit. What the fuck? Like, everything he said was like horrid. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, you better. Baltimore gotta chill. Tank gotta fight in Vegas. What the fuck, motherfucker? Like, how you gonna say everything hard? I'll be like, yeah, can I get a blueberry muffin? You want that warm? You want that warm? Want that shit warm? Like, what? Are you saying warm? What the fuck? Want that shit warm? Do we have a problem? Like, hey, you need to chill, dog. Baltimore, I'll tell you, go to that Starbucks. That Starbucks, that shit was lit. That shit was yanking, bro. He said Omar from The Wire. Facts. That's what I'm saying. Baltimore so hood. The dude is Starbucks in the middle of taking an order. I'm taking a break. Motherfucker took his apron off. I'm on break. How you gonna do it in the middle of the order though? Take over for me. Like, motherfucker. He really did that, and someone else started taking the order. What the fuck was that? I'm on break. Fuck what y'all talking about. How you gonna break mid-order? I ain't never seen no shit like this. So I went to Baltimore. Crazy. Baltimore got thick females though. Bruh. Yeah. Just like the last 4 letters of the city name. They got more. B's, they got more. They got some females, bro. They got rump. And go, oh yeah, I'm going to the tank fight. Like, dang, you got a tank following you. That's a tank. You got cake, bruh. You talking about Gervonta Davis tank. I'm talking about the tank. You got that tank in them jeans, bro. You got the tank. You the real tank. A tank. You the real tank. Ah, yes, the shit. Ah, yes, the tank. You got the tank. You got the tank, man. What the fuck? Sean Jones with the 60,000. I'm the 60,000 guy. Let's get it. I love Danny Jacobs' story. Much inspiring. Definitely. Shout out to Brownsville. Man. We're going to see how all this stuff play out. Oh, yes, the shit. Anyway, that's my time. The Vampire Stream. Man, new media, we killing, bro. We've been doing our thing. Talking about going to the tank fight, and she looked like she fought a tank. Why you roast her? Ken Corleone got no love. Yeah, salute to everybody, man. We working. I got a lot of content coming. Shout out to Real Brother 32, all my people, shooters. We had a blast, a couple of fools. It's okay. We've been bodying old media. Fact, bro. It's not even funny at this point. They don't even have no representation. Kamal Oz, $2 super chat. Triple G versus Sinbad. Sinbad who? The 7 C's or Sinbad the comedian? If you're talking about Sinbad, the Sinbad show, Sinbad, hey, you wildin', bro. I don't know if you're talking about the Lou Ferrigno Sinbad of the 7 C's or the comedian. I hope it's not the Cosby Show Sinbad, bro. Yeah, he said Sinbad the. Hey, you fucked up. He said Sinbad the comedian. Kamal Osby cooking Triple G, bro. Hey, you out of pocket, dog. Man, Triple G, you know who Triple G finna fight? He finna fight that nigga from Total Recall that drove the taxi. And he's like, we all mutant. And the motherfucker arms was like that. Man, I got kids to feed. Remember that dude that drove Arnold around and he was a mutant? He said, I got kids to feed. And he had that fucking alien ass mutated arm. That's who Triple G finna fight. What was that dude? He said, I got 5 kids to feed. Yeah, the Black Channel. That's who he's finna fight. What was that guy's name? Benny. Was it Benny? I don't know if it was Benny. That don't really sound familiar. Oh, wow. His name really was Benny. This is who we finna fight. That's who Triple G. It really was Benny though. Hey, bro, this is who he fight after different check. Like next on the zone, fucking Benny. Bro, who the fuck is that? That look like Robert Easter grandfather and shit. Who the fuck is that, bro? Where he ain't been in nothing else since. Hey, bro, I'm out. I got 5 kids to feed. Bro, he finna fight this dude. I'm so done. Motherfucker look like Robert Townhouse and shit. Fake ass Robert Townsend. Who the fuck is that, bro? That's Robert Townhouse right there. Next on DAZN, Extreme Darts with T sipping. I'm so finished. He said that fool looked like zombie Mike Jackson from Thriller. Hey, bro. I'm done. I'm so done. But see, listen, old media, they are leeches. Remember they were saying Chocolatito? I don't even know where Chocolatito's at. Sor Rungvisai turned him to melted chocolate, bro. Where's Chocolatito? I literally, remember him and Triple G were like fucking Turner and Hooch. It was like some kind of package deal we were supposed to be getting. Where's Chocolatito? That motherfucker got turned into C's Candy when he fought Rungvisai. You see how they just disappear and abandon all of what they said? Where is he at? But beyond that, they said Triple G was this huge star in America, right? I don't even know when Triple G's fighting, but I know it's in a couple of weeks. DAZN got to fix this promotion, blood. Bruh. All right. All right, look it. Bust it. Golovkin is fighting Sergey Derenchenko October 5th. It is September. So he's fighting in one week, 1.5 weeks. And I ain't heard nobody even talking about the fight, bro. Have you, honestly, I seen KSI, Logan Paul. Have you seen any Triple G promotion? Bro. This is what I'm talking about. DAZN, they got to fix this. Look, Hey, the zone fix it expeditiously. All right, the 18th. So you see, next week is the 25th. He's fighting on the 5th, which would be the very next week. So the 2nd would be you see he's fighting on that Saturday. Bro, he's about to fight and I ain't heard nothing about it since it was announced. Honestly, let's vote. Have you seen some promotion for Triple G versus Devenchenko? Like, I'm talking about shoulder programming. Did they do a press conference? Oh yeah, he said he was scared. Okay. I forgot about that. That's what I'm saying. He said the promotion of Triple G has been a mighty holy of him. No, honestly, let's vote. Have you seen any type of programming like a face-off, some DAZN, like behind the scene camp life? Any YouTube channels that were sent videos from DAZN to publish? I don't even know what city Triple G trains at. Where do they even train? Where's Jonathan Banks' gym? Like I'm dead serious. I don't even know. At a media day, have y'all seen anything? What are you gonna do, a media day the week of Porter Spence? Bro, this is not good. How does it DAZN, like, how do they think this is gonna be a winning formula? This is what I'm talking about. The old I almost said Old Navy. This is the old media special. They said, okay, I'm lying. Let me cut the beat. Remember, this is just a few years ago. This is how quick old media bounces off when fighters lose and shit. They are not true fans. I'm telling you this. Remember when a couple years ago when Dre Ward was like, yeah, I'll fight Lil G. Let's get it. And Triple G wanted no parts of Andre Ward. They were just arguing at that point that Triple G was this massive star, right? Just hear me out. That he was a massive star and way bigger than Andre Ward. And the A side. Who remembers that? Who remembers these same man fans a few years ago when Triple G's name was linked with Ward to possibly fight, and Ward was still at 168? They acted like Triple G was this all-star, huge American draw. Oh, he's selling out venues and stuff. Who remembers that? Business Brain says, yep, I remember. Jay Souza. Okay, now follow me. They, just a few years ago, they were saying Triple G was this maxed out American star. HBO was giving him all the promotion. ESPN said he's the best 25, and Chocolatito, the best 25 in the last 25 years. Put him above Miguel Cotto and Winky Wright. Then, on top of that, he has a draw with Canelo that they said Triple G won. Then he rematches, he fights Vanes Matarosa in a horrible fight. Then he rematches Canelo. Then these same old media people say that Canelo lost the fight and robbed him again. Then he takes a year off, destroys Steve Rolls, who nobody has ever heard of. And then now that's where his career is at right now. So my thing is this, right? My thing is this. If his sole loss, if he was so popular and his sole loss was allegedly a fixed fight where Canelo robbed him, then what happened to his star power? See, they say stuff that you know that nobody believes. Once again, they're saying his sole loss was to, well, not saying his sole loss on paper was to Canelo. They're saying he beat Canelo. The only thing he's done since that is Steve Rolls. So why would his popularity be waning where nobody is even talking about his next fight? Yet Triple G ain't fighting Andre, which would be a bigger fight. But again, DAZN don't want to make that fight. This is just a bad look. If he was fighting someone bigger, then the fight would be bigger. But this just goes to show that everything they said about his massive appeal in America was pretty fabricated, because he only has one loss. Come on, Broner got more losses than Triple G, but you still know when Broner's fighting. Even ahead of the Pacquiao and Mikey Garcia fight, you heard people talking about Broner and Mikey Garcia. He already had 2 losses. He lost to Maidana and he lost to Sean Porter. So what happened to Triple G's popularity? Shout out to Business Brains. I'm telling you, this is how old media works. They say a bunch of bullshit, but they never stick by it. You know, they say, oh, Broner's a bum, he needs to retire. But Broner's clearly more popular than Triple G. Clearly. Because, like I said, when he was fighting Pacquiao, when he was fighting Mikey Garcia, these fights, we knew. I was at them. I was at both of those fights. Triple G, he heading the bill. And see, the other thing is, these companies are so funny because they're trying to pay max dollar to who they want to be the face of the company or whatever, versus following the current. They're going against the current. They're trying to force feed you that Triple G is a huge star, but why don't you invest the same energy in Demetrius Andre? ESPN is trying to tell you Lomachenko is the dude, but they got Shakur Stevenson and Terrence Crawford. Trying to tell you Tyson Fury is this huge part. He didn't even look good in his last fight. Who expects Terrence Crawford to look like Tyson Fury looked against that level of competition? And Tyson Fury, here's $108 million. That's what they're saying. So that's what I'm saying. We've proven time and time again the old media formula does not work. You can't make whoever you think popping. That's not how promotion works. Because it's over promotion. You don't have to over promote guys. If Lomachenko is the nicest, his performance are going to show. And they haven't. They show that he's a good fighter and he did a lot as an amateur, but it hasn't showed that he's leagues above Canelo and Crawford. And it's crazy because sometimes these networks have one of these talented fighters and they don't show them this type of love. And a lot of times they happen to be black. Like ESPN, they never show Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford just did an interview with Brendan Schaub on Showtime. But they say PBC hates Crawford or whatever. Showtime just did a below the belt podcast with Terrence Crawford. Gave him some. Where's his behind the below the belt or whatever podcast with ESPN right now, when his fight is not announced? You feel me? I'm gonna say it again. Where's ESPN with the shoulder programming that a show that's on Showtime just did for Terrence Crawford? Like, had an episode basically, because I follow Brendan Schaub and I just seen it today. So why are they not? This is what I'm saying. Why do these companies wait?
Like being a dad for you, man. These hands-on dad. What's the ages? Give me the ages. 11, 8, 5, 4.
See? Why isn't ESPN doing that type of stuff? Terrence Crawford is going to look like the way he's supposed to look against that type of opponent level. And that's what I'm saying. And see, look at how come Terrence Crawford don't have to make no excuses after his performances? Talking about he was eating wrong the day before the fight and the shit Tyson Fury's team is saying. Oh, he overtrained. Why don't we hear this about Crawford? Why don't we hear this about Errol Spence? And see, here's the other book. Man, y'all going, let me just leave you at this. Do you see the fake concern that they try to put on black fighters primarily. They say Errol Spence, right? They say, oh, he was drunk. This is what they say. I don't know. Don't care if he drinks. I don't care. They say Errol Spence was drunk. He was wasted. He was drunk at a press conference and have this fake outrage. Errol Spence's performances are always justified that he's working hard and beating motherfuckers' ass. Name a recent performance where he looked like an alcoholic or whatever the fuck. He looked like he's partying too much. And he was in there with a Otto Wallen type of person, and he was just getting, he was in there tough. But they have this fake outrage for the black fighter, Errol Spence Jr., that he's drinking. Look at these PBC guys. They say it for Tank too. Tank don't look like that in his fights. Tank fought Ricardo Nunes, his mandatory, unlike Tyson Fury's lineal shit. He fought a mandatory, and the mandatory was bigger than him, and he beat the shit out of him. I was there, and he stopped him. So you see how they have this fake outrage for certain fighters, and they act so concerned. Oh, these guys are drunk, and, blah, blah, blah. These PBC fighters are drunk. Don't say shit about Tyson Fury, who actually failed drug tests and had cocaine in his system, did an interview with Rolling Stone and says, didn't care if I lived or died. I was eating and drinking like crazy. I don't care. I was living like a rock star. They don't got no concerns for that. They turn it into this melodramatic ESPN fucking Lifetime movie shit to promote it and promote his triumph through it, right? And then he puts out the Otto Wallen performance. But the guys that they're talking about, like Errol Spence and Gervonta Tank Davis, they're saying they're drunk and partying too much, and Tank's too fat, and Errol Spence is fat. This is what they're saying. But none of their performances are looking like Tyson Fury versus Otto Wallen. Name somebody that Tank fought or Errol Spence. These are the guys that they use. They say, oh, Tank gained too much weight. Look at him. Oh, they're drunk. Errol Spence has gained too much weight. Name somebody that Errol Spence or Gervonta Tank Davis, the PBC drunk guys, have fought where they were supposed to look great and they look like shit in that fight. I'll wait. See, the standard for black fighters is exponentially different to old media. Not to everybody, but to old media. You see how they don't I pose these questions all the time. Nobody answers them with sound, logical, reasonable answers because you know what the fuck it is. If anything, this is what they say. Ego, you're a racist. What did I say that was racist? They can't answer that either. Bro, I told you. That's why what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. I'm destroying them. They have no answers. They have nothing to rebuttal. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. A lot of them are racist, biased, have favoritism. They can't hang with us. So, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. And, just be glad you're on the winning side. We riding. All that fake outrage for Tank and Charlos and Errol Spence. But then Tank Davis and Errol Spence and all them, they're not putting up these performances. And then if you like a black fighter or celebrate what they're doing, it's not even about just liking somebody. You're like, oh, that was a good performance. Oh, man, look, they say it's not good enough. Who is he really fighting? He didn't really beat no one. This is what they said. Tank Davis, they said, why is he fighting Ricardo Nunes? Abner Mata's got a detached retina, so he couldn't fight. That would have been a good fight. Couldn't fight. The name guy couldn't fight. They blame Tank. Why is he fighting Hugo Ruiz? Oh, Tank needs to step it up. So Tank had to find a last-minute substitute, him and his promotion, and he's the one that needs to step it up because another guy has an eye injury that kept him out of the ring, but Tank needs to step it up. As if Lomachenko was going to fight him in 2 weeks' notice. You know what I'm saying? Or Ryan Garcia or something. Just, it's horrible. This is the standard for being a black athlete, especially in boxing, because it's mano y mano. You see it. I know you see it. I'm telling you, and nobody's saying nothing different because they can't say nothing different. Meanwhile, Tyson Fury was scheduled to fight the same guy from the moment it was announced to the night of the fight, and he looked how he looked. Not nobody said, oh, is he drinking too much, or he's drunk in this interview, or he's drinking with Michelle Joy Phelps in this interview, and he's laying in his bed. They didn't say nothing about that to Tyson Fury. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. I'm out. New media. We the gang. Digital mob.